And another woman that could take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to...
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Kilah, back at it with another video. Today's video is going to be about tips and tricks to having successful pop-up shops. As y'all can see, it's a very laid back video. You know, I'm in my PJs, just chilling. So yeah, this kind of just gonna be like a little conversation type video. I'm gonna share my experiences. I'm gonna share my experiences at my last two pop-up shops. And yeah, y'all leave me any other comments that y'all have that I don't address in the video down below. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Period. Okay, so first, before I start this video, I'm going to insert a clip of my last pop-up shop that I went to, which was very successful. There was about 40 vendors there. Well, there was a little less than 40. Some vendors unfortunately had got COVID before the event, so they couldn't come. We had a vendor whose car got set on fire. Her car caught on fire, so all of her inventory was gone. That was really sad. So we probably had a little less than 40, but overall it was still a really great event. It was a Christmas event. They had the Grinch and Santa Claus to take pictures with the kids. They were giving away toys to all of the kids, and they had prizes, giveaways for adults as well. There was so many different vendors there. There were clothing vendors, there were skincare vendors, perfume, alcohol, purses, and then, you know me, Crocs, you know. There were food vendors, there were shirt vendors, just all types of different vendors. It was a really great event, and I had a really good experience. But it is important to know how to pick a good event and how to be successful at your event if you are going to do pop-up shops. I personally like pop-up shops to network. I go in knowing that, you know, you might not make as much as you think you're gonna make, but pop-up shops are great events for networking and really getting your name out in the community, because people can see you in person. You know, they can be personable with you. You have conversations with people, so that's why I like going to pop-up events. Although you don't make the most money, but it is a great opportunity, like I said, to get your name out there. So I would still suggest to go, but you want to go to something that's going to be beneficial and not a waste of your time and your money. So that is what I'm here to tell you today, how to pick a good pop-up shop. So I have my notes in my phone, so I'm just going to be reading off my phone. So yeah, so first thing I'm going to touch on is the actual event itself. How I find events, I'm in groups on Facebook, and I watch as people post different events. So that there's vendor events, you know, in your city, in your state, and you can follow their pages and they'll post events. Make sure that the event space is aware of the event. There are so many times that I have heard about people getting scammed. There's so many scammers out here nowadays. They will literally tell you oh yeah, I'm having an event. They will take your money and then they will block you. You know, and it's crazy that people do that, but it's real. So make sure that you do your background research. Make sure that that person is reputable, you know. Make sure that the event space knows about the event. Just actually make sure it's a real event and not something that somebody is trying to scam you, because you're going to lose your money. The next thing is to ask about other vendors that are going to be there. and how many vendors. So that kind of goes hand in hand. So you want it to be a good amount of vendors. It kind of goes based off of how much you pay for your table as well. So for this last event, for example, the event said that there would be 40 vendors. Like I said, there was going to be 40, but a couple had to drop out for, personal reasons. But there was going to be 40 vendors, and your table costs $50, and it comes with 2 chairs. And the event was from 1 to 6 o'clock, so a 5-hour event. I feel like that is good for $50. That was a good event. Now, on the other hand, I went to an event that I had to pay $75 for only 8 vendors, and it was from 11 to 3. Yeah. So that event, I'm not going to say it was bad. Like, I still was able to make my table money back, but I didn't get to do as much networking, because that's another thing. Okay, I'll be all over the place, y'all. Sorry. Okay, I didn't get to do as much networking because the crowd was not my crowd. My target audience is people around my age. In between the ages of probably like 20 to 40 will be my target audience. At that particular venue, there were a lot of older people there, and they weren't really interested in my products. They said they were cute, but they weren't interested in purchasing. And you always want to convert your sales. Like, yeah, it's nice for people to notice that you have good quality work, but if they don't buy it, then it's no point, But I did have people come to me like, oh, I think my granddaughter would like that, or I think my little sister would like that, or something like that, But once again, it wasn't my target audience. So then the second event that I went to, that was more of my target audience. There were a lot of younger people there that were interested in my products, that actually wanted to purchase and felt like they needed to purchase my products. So make sure that you are aware of the vendors that are going to be there, as far as what the vendors sell and what kind of age groups they are targeting, to make sure that you guys are like targeting similar people so that you can all make sales. Another thing is foot traffic. So that just means how many people do you expect to be at the event. This could go based on how the host of the event is marketing the event. It could go based on the location of the event. Is it in a place that's easy to see, or is it a place that's kind of in the cut, in the background, that all goes into that. So at the second event, I'm gonna just keep talking about the first and the second event because they were really completely different experiences. So at the first event, there wasn't much foot traffic because, in my opinion, the host, she did not advertise the event well. And yes, it is up to the vendors as well, but the host should be advertising as well. I was asking like, okay, are you gonna make a flyer with all of the businesses logos on it, and it kind of took a while for her to do that, so people weren't aware of the event. And this event was even next to a restaurant, and people still were not aware of the event because like there was no sign or anything that says like, oh, it's a pop-up shop going on, next door. That really could have brought a lot of attraction. Compared to my second event, there was so much going on. She created an Eventbrite. She created a catalog. She was posting consecutively every day about all of the different vendors that would be there. Not just saying, oh, come out and see all the vendors, but specifically focusing in on specific vendors every day. She asked us all to send her 3 pictures of something that we sell along with our logo. And she was highlighting each vendor that would be there every day. I think that was really good advertising, and we were also able to share her post and make our own post about the event, and I think that is why the event was so successful. Make your table pleasing to the eye. So this is now transitioning into after you find the event, pay your deposit. Now you're now you're preparing for the event. You want to make sure that your table is something that looks nice, that are going to make people walk over. Because people are not going to always walk up to your table just because you're sitting there. If your table looks boring, honestly, I'm gonna walk past, or I might walk up to it, but I still like don't really want to buy anything just because it doesn't look pleasing. You know, people naturally attracting, you know, the first thing that they see is gonna be your table and yourself. So make sure that your table is nice looking. In the clip that I showed before, you'll see my table. I have like a nice sparkly tablecloth. I have a table runner that has my business logo on it, and I have my scan to pay and my price list in the middle of the table where people can clearly read it and clearly see what I sell on the table. Everything is spread out, and yeah, that goes into my next thing of looking professional or portraying your business well. Not necessarily looking professional, but you know, you want to look in a way so that people see you as a business owner and take you seriously, you know, as a business owner. So in the past, I've just worn t-shirts to my events, t-shirts with my business logo on it, and like a cute pair of jeans. But this particular event, I said I wanted to change it up a bit. Like I said, it was a Christmas event, so I wore a corduroy dress, and I had like my antlers and some boots. And I think the outfit was really nice, and I feel like that also attracted people to me because they see me. That gives you something else to talk about. You know, like, oh, your outfit is really cute. You know, like, oh, where'd you get that dress? Where'd you get those boots? You know, and not necessarily saying that you want people to compliment you on your outfit, but just look relatable, you know, to the crowd. Like I said, this was a younger crowd. So I could dress like that around a younger crowd because they dress like that, you know. So naturally, that's going to attract more people in. Network with other business owners and support others. So although we are coming to these events to sell our own products, you also want to go around, even if you're not going to shop with other people, walk around and talk to people, gather business cards, you know, info, follow people on their social medias, follow their business pages, you know. Because you never know when you might need something or when they might need something from you, you know. So like I said, these events are so good for networking. Personally, what I plan to do is host my own vendor event one day. So I've met all of these vendors at these events now. So now if I ever have an event, I have vendors that I can call and be like, hey, do you want to come to this type of event? You want to sell at my event? You know, like I know these people, and also like they sell stuff that I like, you know. Like there was a purse vendor. I got her information. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for somebody who sells this type of purse. I'm definitely going to take her information. I might not be ready to purchase today, but I will call you in the future, you know. Got a business card, got her phone number and everything, you know. Just like, it's good to talk to people that are like-minded, that are in the same, you know, field as you. So definitely network with other people. Have a price list with set prices. I try my hardest not to negotiate at these events because then people will like not take you seriously. Because do you negotiate prices with Fashion Nova? Do you negotiate prices with Gucci? Do you negotiate prices with Apple? No, like they don't negotiate prices. So I always make sure to have a set price list, and it is what it is on my price list. If it says $20, it is $20. If it says $3, it's $3. Because you don't want to have people coming up to me like, oh, okay, well, I know that says $20, but how much you gonna charge me? $20. Because then what's gonna happen is you're gonna give somebody a discount. Then they're gonna be like, the next person will be like, oh well, I need a discount too because you just gave her one. You know, you don't want any type of confusion. So just be strict about your prices. I try to not necessarily give discounts, but I make it really affordable at these events because people are carrying cash or debit cards with them. You know, they're not, I mean, sometimes people plan to spend a lot of money. People were spending quite a lot at the Christmas event, but that's because it's a Christmas event. But at a regular event, people might not want to spend a lot of money, you know. So you have to make things affordable, give deals. I have like candy on my table, give away candy with my business cards and everything like that. Just make it a fun experience for them to shop. Focus on education. So, like I said, people do come to these events to shop, but you don't want to just like somebody walk up to the table and you just be like, oh, you want to buy this? Like, sell, you know? You want to educate them on your business. My name is Akilah. I own a business called Diamond.infused. I'm 21 years old. I started this business myself. I'm a black owned business and a young female entrepreneur. You know, I hand make all of my Crocs. You know, like, this business means a lot to me because I help to uplift others. I focus on empowerment and self-love, things like that. You know, sell. I can't remember where I read this or like saw it in a video or something, but when you have a business, you're selling an emotion, not a product. So sell that emotion. Like I said, I'm focusing on empowerment and self-love. That's an emotion. People are, you know, people get emotional about that thing. Whereas if you just be like, oh, I'm selling Crocs. Like, okay, and, you know, you want to make yourself relatable to people. That will more than likely help people to be more attracted to you and give you more sales. Of course, have lots of business cards, lots of things to give away as far as, like, you know, your social medias and stuff. You could have like the scan codes. I don't have one. I kind of just have mine listed, but you can like have your code for Instagram, have your code for Facebook. Some people could walk up to your table and scan it. And that kind of goes into my last thing, which is if they don't purchase right then and there, direct them to a way to find you later. So I always give out a business card, even if they don't purchase. I say, here's my card. You know, this is where you can find me, my website, my Instagram, my Facebook. You can DM me directly if you have any questions, or you can shop directly on my website. I always make it known that you can find me later after this event, you know. Even if they don't use it, I mean, sometimes I do, you know, get customers after events. Because like I said, they might see something that they like, but just not be prepared to buy it then and there. I know I'm like that. Like, for instance, there was a girl there, and she had a really cute jacket. She was like, this jacket is $100. I'm like, ooh, $100. Like, it's not a lot because it's a really cute jacket, but I'm just not prepared to buy that right now. I wasn't prepared to purchase it at that moment. So I said, do you have a website that I could purchase it later? And she said, yeah, I do. So I got her website. I follow her on Instagram. So when I'm ready to purchase that jacket, I know how to follow her. I know how to find her later. And it was so as simple as her directing me to a way to find her after the event. And now she has a sale that's coming. You know, she hasn't gotten it yet, but now people can find her later, you know. I don't really have nothing else to talk about. That's kind of it. Overall, just make pop-up shops a fun experience. They can be really fun. They can be stressful, but they can be really fun too. The past 2 pop-up shops, I've taken my sister with me. In the past, I didn't have anybody with me, which can make it a little harder because you have to watch your table and watch your inventory. You're not able to walk around as much. So I would definitely recommend bringing someone with you, so that way you can get up and network with other people and walk around. And not have to worry about, oh, is somebody going to take something off my table or something, you know. So I would definitely recommend that. Keep cash. I have a cash box that I have with me, and I also have a Square reader so that I can also take debit card payments, because some people, older people especially, they don't know how to use like Zelle or Apple Pay or Cash App or anything like that. So I'm like, do you have a debit card? Like, I could literally just swipe your debit card. It's that simple, you know. But yeah, and then I have a scan to pay with my PayPal and my Cash App on it for people that do want to pay with Cash App, because a lot of people pay with Cash App at these type of events, and people also pay with cash as well. So that's why I said bring cash. I try to bring, you know, like some change. Not a whole lot, but some. Like, somebody asked me, like, can you break 100? And I was like, no, cannot break 100. But I could probably break a 50, you know. So yeah, things like that. That is it, really. Yeah. So let me know if any of these tips helped you. And definitely go out there, get your name out there. You know, big business, all 2022. Get your name out there and start selling in person. because it's a really fun experience. It's really nice to meet your customers in person rather than just like talk to them, or sometimes we don't even talk to them online. You know, they just order from our website and we have no idea who they are. It's really nice to put a name with a face and, you know, have them purchase from you, and you're able to express your gratitude in person, you know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, I hope that this was educational for someone. I hope someone got some tips from this. If you have any other questions that I did not address, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Make sure that you subscribe. If you like content like this, make sure you like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.